12 plants mosquitoes hate so much they'll avoid your backyard completely. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, researchers at Iowa State University discovered that one common plant on our list is actually 10 times more effective than DEET at repelling mosquitoes. And here's what your local nursery won't tell you. They're selling you expensive mosquito plants that scientific studies prove don't work at all. Meanwhile, these 12 powerhouse plants cost less than one bottle of bug spray and keep working year after year. Number 1 on our countdown is so potent, you'll place it right next to your favorite outdoor chair and watch mosquitoes turn around mid-flight. If you're tired of getting eaten alive every time you step outside, this list will change everything. Stick around because your summer evenings depend on it. Hit that subscribe button right now if you want to save money and protect your family with garden secrets that actually work. Turn on notifications so you never miss tips that could transform your outdoor space into a mosquito-free zone. Coming in at number 12, we have catnip, and here's something that might surprise you. What if the plant your cat loves is also your mosquito shield? Now I know what you're thinking, catnip? Really? But here's the thing. Researchers at Iowa State University discovered that the natural compound in catnip called nepetalactone is actually 10 times more effective than DEET at repelling mosquitoes in laboratory tests. 10 times more effective than the chemical we've been spraying on our skin for decades. Let's talk money for a minute because I know that matters to you. A 4-inch pot of catnip at your local garden center will run you about $5 to $8. Compare that to buying mosquito repellent spray at $10 to $15 every single summer, and you can see the math already works in your favor. But here's the beautiful part. That catnip plant stays with you year after year in most growing zones, so you're looking at a one-time investment that keeps paying dividends. Now, catnip is part of the mint family, which means it's incredibly easy to grow. You can plant it in partial sun to full sun, and once it's established, this plant practically takes care of itself. Just make sure you give it good drainage. If bending and kneeling in garden beds isn't comfortable for you anymore, no problem at all. Grow your catnip in a container at waist height. You'll get all the mosquito repelling benefits without any strain on your back or knees. Here's what you need to know about safety. Catnip is completely safe for cats. In fact, they love it. Just keep an eye on them if they're munching on lots of leaves, but there's no real danger there. If your yard gets mostly shade, don't worry. Set up a bright window box instead and grow your catnip there. Do you have space for one pot of catnip near your outdoor seating? If yes, picture where you'd put it. Now let's move on to number 11. At number 11, we have lemongrass, and here's something wonderful. Imagine harvesting fresh herb for dinner and chilling mosquito activity at dusk, all with the same plant. That's exactly what lemongrass gives you. This tall, upright grass with its beautiful lemon-scented leaves is actually the cousin of the citronella grass that companies use in those commercial repellent products you see at the store. Now here's where lemongrass really shines in your budget. A starter clump will cost you about $7 to $10, but you're getting double duty from this investment. You can use those fresh leaves in your cooking, especially if you like Asian dishes or herbal teas, and at the same time, you're getting natural pest control right outside your door. That's what I call smart gardening. The science backs this up too. The essential oils in lemongrass, with names like citronella and geraniol, showed a 78% repellent rate against mosquitoes in research studies. That's impressive for something you can grow in a pot on your patio. But here's the key detail most people miss. You need to keep your lemongrass close to where you actually sit outdoors. Plant it too far away from your seating area and you won't get the full benefit. Lemongrass loves full sun and warm conditions with good drainage. If you live somewhere with cold winters, don't worry. You can treat it like an annual plant, or better yet, bring it indoors when the temperature drops. It does beautifully in containers, which makes it perfect for balconies or patios where you want to control exactly where it goes. If your yard doesn't have a good full sun spot, try a smaller variety, or just keep it in a container that you can move to catch the best light during the day. If you grow lemongrass, will you treat it as a herb or primarily as a bug barrier? Which choice feels more useful to you? Now let's look at number 10. Number 10 brings us to one of my absolute favorite plants, and that's lavender. Specifically, I want you to look for the Provence or Grosso varieties because they have the highest oil content. Here's what makes lavender so special: a plant that soothes your senses and sends mosquitoes packing. Your garden working for you, not for them. Let's talk about the investment because this is where lavender really pays off. A 1-gallon lavender plant will cost you about $10 to $12 at most garden centers. But here's the beautiful thing. Once that plant gets established, it blooms year after year with almost no work from you. Just a light pruning once in a while, and you're set. This makes lavender perfect if you're looking to downsize your garden workload or if you want something truly low maintenance. The science behind lavender is solid. Those lovely oils that give lavender its famous scent contain compounds like linalool that laboratory studies show actually do repel mosquitoes. Now, the field effect isn't quite as strong as when you apply concentrated lavender oil directly to your skin, but having these plants around your outdoor living space definitely helps create a barrier. Lavender loves full sun and needs well-drained soil. That's really important because wet feet will kill lavender faster than almost anything else. The good news is lavender does beautifully in containers, so if you're worried about your soil drainage or if you want something you can move around, containers are perfect. And here's peace of mind for you. Lavender is completely safe for kids and pets when it's just growing in your garden. If your garden soil tends to be heavy clay or stays wet after rain, don't plant lavender directly in the ground. Instead, use a raised bed or stick with containers to give it the drainage it craves. Would you prefer lavender planted along a path where you walk or in pots near the seating area? Why? Let's move to number 9. At number 9, we have marigolds, and this might bring back some memories for you. Remember planting marigolds around your vegetables? Turns out they may have been guarding you too, not just your tomatoes. These bright annual flowers with their cheerful orange and yellow blooms have been quietly working double duty in gardens for generations, and most of us never knew it. Here's what makes marigolds such a smart choice for your budget. You can get a whole packet of seeds for just $2 to $3, or if you prefer to skip the seed starting process, you can pick up starter plants for about $4 to $6. Either way, you're looking at one of the most affordable options on our entire list. And here's a bonus that'll make you smile. While marigolds are busy keeping mosquitoes away from you, they're also helping to deter aphids and whiteflies from your other plants. The science behind marigolds is fascinating. Studies show that marigold extracts contain natural compounds like pyrethrum that have both insect-killing and repellent properties. They're particularly effective against mosquito larvae, which means they're attacking the problem right at the source before those mosquitoes even become adults. Growing marigolds couldn't be easier. They'll thrive in full sun to partial sun with just average garden soil. Keep the dead blooms picked off, and they'll keep flowering all season long. Safety-wise, they're completely safe around pets and grandchildren, so you don't need to worry about where you place them. If bending down to tend garden edges isn't comfortable for you anymore, here's what I recommend. Choose one large container of marigolds that you can place right where you need it most. Maybe near a water feature where mosquitoes like to hang out, or in that shady corner where they seem to multiply. Could you place a container of marigolds near your patio or under a window where mosquitoes enter? Where would that be? Now let's talk about number 8. Number 8 brings us to sweet basil. And here's something beautiful about this choice. Grow your pesto and your peace of mind, all with one pot that does double duty. Whether you're thinking about sweet basil or lemon basil, you're looking at one of the most practical plants you can grow. It's sitting right there on your kitchen windowsill or patio, ready to flavor your dinner and keep the mosquitoes at bay. Let's talk about the incredible value here. One small basil plant will cost you about $3 to $5, but think about what you get from that investment. You'll be pinching fresh leaves for cooking all summer long. Have you seen the price of fresh basil at the grocery store lately? Just a few sprigs cost more than the entire plant, so you're already saving money on your grocery bill while getting natural mosquito protection at the same time. The research on basil is encouraging too. Studies have found that basil essential oil is actually toxic to mosquito larvae, which means it's stopping them before they even become flying adults. At the same time, those same oils have repellent properties that help keep adult mosquitoes away from your space. Growing basil is straightforward and forgiving. It likes sun to partial sun, and the main thing you need to remember is to keep it hydrated but not soggy. Waterlogged basil will give you problems, but basil that gets regular drinks will reward you with abundant leaves to pinch. And here's the best part for safety-conscious gardeners. Basil is completely safe for children and pets with normal use. If your outdoor space is really limited, here's a trick that works well. Grow your basil in a large windowsill planter and move it outside during the evening hours when mosquitoes are most active. You get the cooking convenience indoors and the pest protection when you need it most. Would you plant basil near your dining or outdoor seating area so you can grab fresh leaves easily? How many pots would suit your space? Let's move to number 7. At number 7, we have rosemary, and this is what I call the quiet guardian of your garden. Low maintenance, almost rock garden hardy. This woody stemmed herb stands guard quietly while you relax. Rosemary has that distinctive pine-like aroma that you either remember from your grandmother's cooking or from walking past it in Mediterranean gardens. What makes rosemary special is how it combines culinary value with pest control in one beautiful evergreen package. Here's where rosemary really shines as an investment. A starter plant will cost you about $8 to $12, but once this plant gets established in your garden, it requires almost no attention from you. We're talking about watering it maybe once a week during dry spells, giving it a light pruning once a year, and that's about it. This plant can live for years and years, making it perfect for what I call legacy planting. You plant it once, and it rewards you for decades. The science on rosemary shows that its essential oils do have insecticidal and repellent activity against various insects, including mosquitoes. While the research isn't as extensive as some of our other plants, rosemary has been used in natural repellent formulations for good reason. Those aromatic oils that smell so wonderful to us are much less appealing to flying pests. Rosemary loves full sun and absolutely must have well-drained soil. This is not a plant that tolerates wet feet, so make sure your drainage is good. If bending and working at ground level isn't comfortable for you anymore, rosemary does beautifully in a raised container at whatever height works best for you. Safety-wise, rosemary is safe for pets unless they decide to eat large amounts of it, which is pretty unlikely. If you live in a colder climate where rosemary won't survive winter outdoors, no problem. Grow it in a container and bring it indoors, or just treat it as an annual and enjoy it for one growing season. Would you prefer rosemary lining your patio or as a single large potted plant near your seating area? Why? Now let's look at number 6. Number 6 brings us to lemon thyme, and this little herb is something really special. Picture a soft carpet of scent beneath your feet or growing happily in your pot, keeping bugs off and herbs handy at the same time. Lemon thyme is a low-growing aromatic herb with the most wonderful lemon-scented foliage that works beautifully as a ground cover or tucked into containers wherever you need it most. Here's what makes lemon thyme such a smart choice for your budget. Small plants will run you about $4 to $6 each, and once you plant them, they spread slowly and steadily with almost no care from you. This is perfect for small gardens, patios, or walkways where you want something that looks good, smells amazing, and works hard without demanding much attention. You're getting both culinary herbs and pest control from the same plant. The science behind lemon thyme is solid. Those essential oils that give thyme its distinctive scent, with names like thymol and carvacrol, are well documented as having mosquito repellent and insecticidal properties. Research studies have shown these compounds are effective against various flying pests, which is why thyme has been used in natural pest control for generations. Growing lemon thyme couldn't be easier. It thrives in full sun to partial sun and actually prefers poor to average soil rather than rich, fertile ground. This plant likes to be on the dry side, so you won't be out there watering it constantly. If bending down to tend ground-level plants isn't comfortable anymore, no problem. Lemon thyme does beautifully in containers at whatever height works best for you. Safety-wise, it's completely safe around kids and pets with normal garden use. If your garden soil is rich and holds water after rain, I'd recommend using containers instead to give your thyme the drainage it really prefers. Would you sprinkle lemon thyme around planter edges or line your stepping stones? Which fits your layout better? Now let's talk about number 5. At number 5, we have lemon balm, and here's something wonderful about this choice. Your tea herb and your mosquito warning system, all in one pot you can move right near the door. Lemon balm is part of the mint family, which means it has that lovely lemon aroma that's so refreshing to us but much less appealing to flying pests. This herb gives you both culinary benefits and natural pest control in one hard-working plant. Here's where lemon balm really pays off in your budget. One pot will cost you about $4 to $7, but this plant grows so vigorously that you might end up with more than you started with. Lemon balm can spread by seed or by sending out runners, which means you're looking at a legacy investment that keeps giving you more plants over time. You can harvest those fresh leaves all season long for herbal tea or to add a bright lemon flavor to your salads. While the research specifically on lemon balm and mosquitoes isn't as extensive as some of our other plants, lemon-scented herbs are repeatedly mentioned in studies about natural repellent plants as worthwhile additions to your pest control strategy. The aromatic oils that make lemon balm so pleasant for us to smell and taste seem to work as a deterrent for various flying insects. Now here's something important about growing lemon balm. It will grow happily in sun to partial shade, but because it can spread quite aggressively, I really recommend keeping it in a container if you want low-maintenance gardening. This way, you get all the benefits without worrying about it taking over other areas of your garden. The container approach also makes it easy to move your lemon balm to exactly where you need it most. Safety-wise, lemon balm is perfectly safe for your family and pets with normal garden use. If you already have mint spreading in your garden and don't want another aggressive spreader, lemon balm is actually less invasive than regular mint, but I'd still suggest the container approach. Would you prefer lemon balm near your kitchen door for easy tea making and outdoor seating, or just outdoors? Why? Let's move to number 4. Number 4 brings us to chrysanthemums, and here's something that might surprise you. Bright color, cheerful blooms, and a built-in bug barrier. Yes, please. Chrysanthemums, or mums as most of us call them, are those gorgeous fall flowers that show up at garden centers every September. What most people don't realize is that some species of chrysanthemums are actually the source of pyrethrins, those natural insecticides that manufacturers use in commercial bug sprays. Here's what makes mums such a great investment for your patio or garden. Starter plants or small plugs will cost you about $5 to $10, and these plants bloom for months with very little work from you. Just deadhead the spent blooms occasionally, and they'll keep producing those beautiful flowers well into fall. You're getting double value here: aesthetic beauty that brightens up your outdoor space, plus functional pest control working quietly in the background. The science behind chrysanthemums is impressive. Those pyrethrin compounds found in chrysanthemum extracts are so effective that they're extracted and used in commercial insecticides. These natural compounds have both insect-killing and repellent properties, which means your beautiful fall display is also working as a pest barrier around your seating areas. Growing mums is straightforward and rewarding. They perform best in full sun, though they'll tolerate some shade. Container growing works beautifully for mums, which is perfect if you want to place them exactly where you need pest control most. Safety-wise, mums are safe for children and grandchildren, but here's something to keep in mind. Some chrysanthemum species can be mildly toxic if pets eat them, so think about placement if you have dogs or cats who like to nibble on plants. If your outdoor space gets mostly shade during the day, look for part sun-tolerant varieties and keep your container near the sunniest spot you have available. Which color chrysanthemums would brighten your patio and give you that extra bug protection? Picture them there. Now let's talk about number 3. At number 3, we have catmint. And if your grandchildren want pet-friendly blooms and you want low maintenance with mosquito resistance, here's a winner. Catmint is closely related to the catnip we talked about earlier, but it's often marketed as a garden perennial with those attractive silvery green leaves and long-lasting bloom seasons that stretch from spring well into fall. This is one of those plants that just keeps giving you color and function month after month. Here's what makes catmint such a smart, long-term investment. One plant will cost you about $8 to $12, but this is truly legacy planting at its best. Catmint thrives in sunny, low-water gardens and can live for decades in most growing zones. Once it's established, you're looking at years and years of beautiful blooms and natural pest control with almost no work from you. This plant is drought-tolerant, which means fewer trips out with the watering can and lower water bills too. The science behind catmint is impressive because it inherits the same mosquito-repelling chemistry as catnip. Since catmint shares that nepetalactone profile we talked about earlier, you're getting that same 10 times more effective than DEET repelling power that researchers discovered. The difference is that catmint gives you those lovely perennial flowers while it's doing its pest control work. Growing catmint couldn't be easier. It likes sun to partial sun and well-drained soil, and once it gets settled in your garden, it's remarkably drought-tolerant. Just give it a gentle trimming once or twice a year to keep its shape neat. Safety-wise, catmint is safe for pets and children just like catnip, but you'll still want to supervise if anyone's eating large amounts of it. If bending down to tend ground-level plants isn't comfortable anymore, try growing your catmint in a container at shoulder height. You'll get all the same benefits without any strain on your back. Would you rather have catmint as a border planting or in a large decorative pot? Why? Now let's talk about number 2. Number 2 brings us to specialty basil varieties. And here's where things get really exciting. Your dinner pot and mosquito garden 1, saving money on both groceries and bug spray. I'm talking about Thai basil, lemon basil, and those red varieties that have much stronger aromas than regular sweet basil. These specialty basils pack a more powerful punch against mosquitoes while giving you incredible flavor options for your cooking. Here's where the math gets really impressive. One pot of specialty basil can yield enough fresh herbs to save you $5 to $10 every single week on your grocery bill. Have you priced fresh Thai basil at the store lately? Just a small package costs more than an entire plant. Over one growing season, you're looking at substantial savings on your food budget while simultaneously reducing mosquito bites around your outdoor spaces. Fewer bites means less discomfort, fewer trips to buy anti-itch treatments, and less need for expensive repellent sprays. The research on basil varieties shows that these stronger aromatic types have even better larvicidal and adult repellent qualities than regular basil. Those essential oils that give Thai basil and lemon basil their distinctive scents are exactly what mosquitoes want to avoid. Studies have shown these oils are toxic to mosquito larvae and work as effective repellents against adult mosquitoes too. Growing specialty basil is just as easy as regular basil. Keep it in a container or on your windowsill, water it regularly, but don't let it get waterlogged, and pinch those leaves for cooking whenever you need them. Safety-wise, these basil varieties are completely safe for pets and children when you're using them in normal cooking. If your outdoor space doesn't get full sun all day, here's a trick that works well. Use an indoor grow light during the day or move your basil container outside in the late afternoon when mosquitoes become more active. You get the cooking convenience and the pest protection right when you need it most. How many basil plants would you feel comfortable managing given your space and mobility? 1, 2, a small herb bed? Now let's get to our number 1 plant. And here it is, number 1. Here's the plant we've saved for last, the one you'll place closest to where you sit, the one with the strongest punch against mosquitoes. I'm talking about a lemon Citronella scented plant that combines the best of both worlds. This isn't your regular lemongrass or your typical Citronella. This is a variety specifically bred for maximum scent and maximum mosquito repelling power in a container right next to your favorite outdoor chair. Here's why this plant sits at number 1 on our list. You'll spend about $10 to $15 for a good-sized container plant, but because you're placing it right at your relaxing spot, you're getting maximum benefit for minimal space and effort. This is strategic placement at its finest. While all our other plants work as a general barrier, this one becomes your personal bodyguard against mosquitoes. The science behind this choice is impressive. Those citronella and lemongrass oils, with their tongue-twisting names like citronellol and geraniol, showed a 78% repellent rate against mosquitoes in controlled studies. 78%. That means out of every 10 mosquitoes that would normally bother you, fewer than 3 will even try when this plant is nearby. Growing your number 1 defender is simple but important. Use a large container with good drainage and place it right near your outdoor seating or by your door where you spend the most time. Remove any dead leaves as they appear, give it a light trim when it gets too tall, and make sure water can drain out the bottom. Safety-wise, this plant is safe for your family and pets with normal garden precautions. If your main outdoor area doesn't get full sun, no problem. Place your container on a sunny balcony during the day and move it to your seating area in the evening. You can even combine it with one or two of our other plants for layered defense. If you choose just one plant for this season, would it be this lemon citronella scented plant? Why or why not? What might stop you? Now let's wrap this all up with some bonus tips. Let me quickly recap our 12 mosquito fighting plants so you can see the full arsenal at your disposal. Number 1, our lemon citronella scented plant, your top proximity defender. Number 2, specialty basil varieties for cooking and protection. Number 3, catmint with decades-long perennial power. Number 4, chrysanthemums with natural pyrethrin compounds. Number 5, lemon balm for tea and pest control. Number 6, lemon thyme as your fragrant ground cover. Number 7, rosemary, the quiet guardian. Number 8, sweet basil for pesto and peace of mind. Number 9, marigolds, the cheerful vegetable garden protector. Number 10, lavender with its soothing scent barrier. Number 11, lemongrass for cooking and evening protection. And number 12, catnip, the laboratory-proven powerhouse. Here's my best advice for putting this knowledge to work. Use 2 or 3 of these plants in containers around your outdoor seating or entryway rather than trying to plant dozens everywhere. Focus your efforts where you actually spend time. For easy maintenance, choose Choose waist height containers, self-watering pots, and lightweight soil mix to save your back and reduce heavy lifting. Let's talk budget reality. A small investment of $30 to $50 total can replace one season's worth of mosquito sprays that cost $25 to $40. Over 5 years, you might spend $150 on sprays versus $50 one time plus minimal upkeep on plants. Here's what your garden center won't tell you. Many of them sell so-called mosquito plants like Citronella geraniums that scientific studies have actually shown to be ineffective. Meanwhile, the plants we've talked about today have real research backing them up. Choose perennials like catnip, lavender, rosemary, and catmint so you plant once and enjoy protection for years. That's legacy gardening that reduces replanting and expense. You're not buying hope or hype, you're growing protection. With your own 2 or 3 pots, you're sending mosquitoes a clear message: not here. Pick one plant today, place it within arm's reach of your favorite outdoor spot, and enjoy your garden, protect your family, spend less, and get more relaxation. That's gardening done your way.